Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2015 Jeep Cherokee, we're going to be taking a look at the Roadmaster Nighthawk Tow Bar. So we're going to have a total of 5 main components needed to flat tow our Cherokee down the road. The first one's going to be the base plate. Now that base plate is going to provide us with a solid and reliable connection point. That way we can hook our tow bar up to it. That tow bar is going to be the second component. This is going to be the physical link that's connecting the front of our Jeep to the back of our motorhome. The third main component is going to be tow bar wiring. So that tow bar wiring is going to transfer the lighting functions from the back of our motorhome to the back of our Cherokee. That way not only we can stay safe but legal as well. The fourth main component is going to be safety cables. Now these are there in the event of an unlikely disconnect. These are going to keep the Jeep connected to your motorhome. And last but not least, the fifth main component is going to be our braking system. So the braking system is going to apply the brakes in our Jeep whenever we apply the brakes in the motorhome, helping to bring us to a more safe and predictable stop. Now there is one other small component I would suggest picking up. You don't have to use this, but I do recommend it, and that's a charge line kit. And what that charge line kit is going to do is more or less kind of trickle charge your Jeep's battery whenever you're pulling it behind your motorhome. That way when you get to your destination, you're not going to have to worry about your Cherokee's battery being low. So when it comes to tow bars, the Nighthawk is definitely going to be one of my top picks. Because of its features, it's going to make it extremely user-friendly and easy to hook up. So one of the more important features this tow bar has is the fact that it is non-binding. So what that means is it's going to be really easy to disconnect whenever you get to your destination. If you've ever experienced working with a binding type tow bar, you know as well as I that it can be a real headache. Those binding types, what happens is the arms get locked into position, and when you arrive to your destination, you try to pull your pins out and it's really tight and difficult. Sometimes you might even have to get a hammer and bang them out. It's just something that you don't want to have to deal with. With a non-binding tow bar like the Nighthawk, you're not going to have to do that. All you're going to have to simply do, if that happens, is lift up on this lever. So when you pull up on this, it will release the tension and make it super easy to get everything disconnected. Many of our customers, when they're looking for a tow bar, they're really thinking about how their Jeep is going to get pulled behind their motorhome, how it's going to ride and turn and so on. And a lot of the feedback that we've gotten in regards to the Nighthawk here is that it does a phenomenal job at that. And by looking at it, I think the main reason it does do a great job is the fact that it's one of the longer tow bars available. So it's going to put some distance in between your Jeep and your motorhome. And what that's going to do is give you that extra bit of space, especially when you're trying to make those wide or sharp turns. You're not going to have to worry about your Jeep getting closer, anything like that. So whenever you pull your Jeep a little bit further behind your motorhome, it's a little more forgiving and it just makes the ride quality that much better. I will say I've seen a lot of different types of tow bars, and this one is very good quality. Everything fits really nice, the finish is nice, really compact almost, but yet still functional. Even down to the small things, just like the finish that's on the tow bar itself. It's very thick. It's almost so thick that it feels almost like a plastic coating. So that should tell you right there that you shouldn't have to worry about any rust or corrosion issues, possibly even years into the future. Something that I think is pretty neat is the fact that down the side of the tow bar, we're going to have a strip of LEDs. So that's just going to put off some light and let other motorists know that we have a connection here between our Jeep and the motorhome. And when it comes to safety, every little bit does add up. On the bottom of the tow bar too, we're going to have some channels, and that's going to allow our safety cables and our wiring here to pass through them. That's going to keep everything up off the ground so we don't have to worry about it dragging. And it's just going to give us more of a organized look. Everything's a little bit easier to work with. It's nice and clean. What's really nice is the fact that this tow bar actually comes included with the wiring and the safety cables. So a couple less components that you're not going to have to worry about picking up separately or trying to figure out which ones will work and which ones won't. Since these come with it, you know they're set up correctly to be used with this tow bar. So you kind of get a few extra things here all in one package. Now, since this is a quick connect tow bar, it's going to be super easy to disconnect it and put it in. Pull it out, all you gotta do is remove this pin and this pin, and that's all there is to it. Whenever you're ready to hook up, you simply just line it back up, slide your pin through, and this side's connected. Now, our tow bar is designed to work with Roadmaster style base plates. However, if you have a different style of base plate, there's adapters available that will allow your tow bar to pair with your base plate. And one of the other big popular base plate brands is Blue Ox. And if that's a base plate that you have, there's actually a Roadmaster Nighthawk tow bar already set up to work with that Blue Ox base plate. So if that's your situation, you can find that tow bar right here at etrailer. And as I said before, how high quality everything is, that's true even for the little things. The things you don't really think about too much. Even the cable that it comes with where you plug in has a really nice grip here, so you're able to pull on that. Because a lot of times these can be kind of tight, so you can pull the grip, not pull the wire and potentially damage anything. So even just the little things that you really don't think about, but you notice whenever you get to using the tow bar. Something that's nice too is the tow bar can actually be stored on the back of your motorhome. So I went ahead and disconnected everything other than the last arm here. And so the way it's going to work is you'll remove everything, kind of slide the arms together, then it just folds upright, kind of fall into that little keeper, and then you can just fold it one way or another. So really convenient. You don't have to worry about pulling it off and putting it back in every single time. Now, this can be permanently stored on the back of your motorhome, and if that's what you plan on doing, I would highly suggest picking up a couple of things. First one being a locking hitch pin. That way it'll be secure to your motorhome and you won't have to worry about someone running off with your tow bar. Another thing is a bag or a cover. That cover is just going to slide around everything and just kind of go a step further to help keep the elements off of it. And that'll finish up our look at of the Roadmaster Nighthawk tow bar on our 2015 Jeep Cherokee.